This is a sort of introduction video to this new game that I've created. It's a little bit complex. When we actually get on to play this, I don't want to take up time having to explain all the rules, so I thought I would try to get as much of the rules explained in a video so you guys can watch it ahead of time. You know when you're a kid and you're playing hotel or you play grocery store or restaurant and you just pretend you're running a restaurant or a hotel or whatever and charge your parents to sleep in their own room with Monopoly money, that kind of thing. We're basically doing that mixed with Mafia. So we are playing town, but we are also playing Mafia intertwined with it. This is the apartment building. This is like a template for a grocery store that Caden made, and we have it's very underdeveloped, but that's supposed to be a police station and a bar or a restaurant over here, and there's going to be other things. Let me just move on and explain the rules basically. This right here, these three things are the main component of the game. Everyone is going to have one occupation, three personality things, and this room basically decides if you're the imposter or not, if you are the murderer. The occupation is going to give you a book, and I am up for suggestions of occupations you guys want to add to the game, and I am also up for. I'm going to ask. I was going to say we can put them all in here and then be randomized, or we can each just pick what we want to be, but each occupation comes with some challenges for the occupation. Some of them have schedules, some of them have specific things. A lot of it is up to interpretation, but they're also going to have three personality chips, papers. I don't really know, but they're kind of they're a mix of little challenges to be fun and also things to help other people besides the murderer be suspicious, so that keeps a little bit more mystery in the game. And then we have the murderer. So I have it in this secret room, and you press the button and it dispenses it instead of being out here, because if you're innocent, you just get a piece of paper that says you're innocent. But the murderer will actually have a book. The murderer book, there's going to be several different ones, so we can have different storylines that I'm going to make. But the murderer book is going to tell you who your victim is going to be. It's going to tell you which murder weapon to use. It's going to give you some specific instructions on how and when to murder. It's going to tell you when. It's going to tell you which weapon to use. And it's going to tell you who. And the who, by the way, the murderer, at least at first, isn't going to murder any of the players. The murderer's first target is going to be an NPC. So this is an NPC. This is a dead bot, and this is a dead body. The NPCs there's going to be armor stands with people on them, and the murderer is supposed to break the armor stand and leave behind the head as a dead body, and they're also supposed to leave behind the murder weapon in an item frame next to it. To give everyone a clue, it's going to be a clue. A lot of the rules in place are mainly to help everyone have clues to who the murderer is. But in this apartment building, here's the elevator. Caden's gonna make this work. But there's 3 floors, and each floor has rooms, and everyone's gonna get a room. Everyone can pick a room, except for whoever gets the homeless thing, because obviously the homeless person doesn't have a room. But everyone else is going to get a room, and once we start the game, we're going to do the occupation and personality first. And then we're going to give everyone 10, maybe 15 minutes, and they can pick a room, and they can customize their room. You can put up interior walls, and all of this birch is replaceable. I intentionally made these rooms 2 blocks wide. The ceiling is questionably replaceable. I would put up slabs or something instead of breaking the white, because some of this white shows outside, so I would leave it. But you can decorate these rooms any way you want to fit your character, and hopefully to hide some secrets or something. And another addition to these rooms is the rooms have keys. So this is going to take some pretending and a little bit of honor rule, but when the doors are shut, they are locked. And at least for the apartment rooms, when the doors are shut, they are locked, and you have to have the key in order to open them in your inventory. I mean, if they're wide open like this, obviously you can go in and out. as you please. But if they're closed, at least from the from the inside, you can go out if you want, but from the outside they are locked. So that is the aspect of the game, and every room will have a key in here. Here's one of the rooms where NPC is. This is Miss Rosemary. She's a nice old lady that lives in here. She's one of the potential targets for murder. But like the way the murderer will work is he or she will find a way to break into the room somehow. Maybe they'll climb in from outside and break the window and kill her, or maybe they'll steal the landlord's master key and leave the door wide open. And this will be like a clue for everyone to see, oh, he broke in through the window, or oh, the door is wide open. Oh, the music is on. Go away. I'm recording. But yeah, so that's how that's going to work. And everyone can customize their rooms, and everyone can also customize their workspaces. Everything in this world is a template. If you're the grocer, you can customize the grocery store. If you're the policeman, you can customize the police station. Restaurant owner can customize the restaurant. You get to customize your own workstation. You can add details, you can add things specific to your character you make up, you can make it more your style, you can add secrets. Secrets are encouraged. Storytelling and secrets are all very encouraged in this game. Everyone needs to be as sus as possible. Probably the way this will work is we'll get this first, this second, and then everyone's going to go off and customize their rooms and workspaces. And then after about 10, I'll have a timer running for like 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, I'm going to turn the daylight cycle on. And I guess everyone can just keep building in creative if they want, if they're not done yet. And then once they're done, then everyone can come to this room and get their thing and see if they're the murderer or not. There's a few other rules that I have here that to help the game work well. Basically, the yellow one is basically everyone should include sleeping in the day. Like, the daylight cycle is important to this game. So sometime in a full daylight cycle, you need to go to your bed in your room and quote-unquote sleep for 30 Mississippis. If you have like a night shift job and you need to sleep and you can't sleep at night, then you can just stand by your bed during the day, and you can't hear anything while you are asleep unless you have a specific personality that influence these rules. The apartment doors are locked. That I already explained that. The murderer cannot craft their own murder weapon. So like I said, the murderer book will tell you the murderer which weapon they're supposed to use on the murder. So they cannot just craft or gain it in creative, because part of the mystery of part of the clues you're leaving is everyone knowing who has access to what. So obviously, if you get like a fisherman role or something and the murder weapon is a fishing rod, then obviously you can give yourself that. But if none of your personality or anything includes a fishing rod, and the thing says fishing rod, you can't just make a fishing rod either in either crafting and survival or getting it in creative, because everyone's going to have everyone's going to be able to go back and forth from creative to survival. So you can't just give yourself the murder weapon. That's part of the mystery. Like, if the murder weapon is like a wooden sword, maybe the grocery store will sell wooden swords, and then when the cop is going around asking everyone, he can go ask the grocery store who's all bought wooden swords, and that's a good clue. The game is still very underdeveloped, still very sketch. It needs some play testing is what it needs, but thank you for watching this, and I hope if you play this game with us that you will enjoy it. I enjoy.